We're working to connect a region of over 600 million bridges between our lands.
Hello and welcome to ASEAN in Focus, delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region. I'm Maricar Velasco. Here are the headlines. 17 bodies have been recovered from the site of a landslide that covered in rubble the Department of Public Works and Highways building in Natonin Mountain Province. An Indonesian diver died while recovering body parts from the ill-fated Lion airplane which crashed into the sea, killing 189 people, as officials report on Saturday. And a new report from the Asian Development Bank, or ADB, said that the Philippines and 3 other Southeast Asian countries and newly industrialized economies are expected to provide a boost to developing Asia's trade growth this year. 17 bodies have been recovered from the site of a landslide that covered in rubble the Department of Public Works and Highways building in Natonin Mountain Province. 2 bodies were recovered on Saturday, bringing the total of bodies recovered from the rubble at 14. Only 11 of which bodies had been identified. The Office of Civil Defense in the Cordillera region clarified that although they have found 2 bodies from the rubble, this will not reduce the number of missing persons since they have yet to be identified. The number of missing persons remain at 14 instead of 12. According to OCD, they have also rescued 4 survivors from the incident. Retrieval operations will continue until Friday upon the OCD's recommendation after the mayor initially instructed operations to cease on Monday. An Indonesian diver died while recovering body parts from the ill-fated Lion airplane which crashed into the sea, killing 189 people, as officials report Saturday. Siachrul Anto, 48, who died on Friday, was part of the team searching for body parts and debris from the jet in the Java Sea. It is believed he died from decompression. Anto had previously served in Palu, which suffered from an earthquake and tsunami in September, and also took part in the evacuation process of an Air Asia plane crash nearly 4 years ago. The Lion airplane, which plummeted Monday, was en route from Jakarta to Pangkal Pinang City on Sumatra Island. It plunged into the water just minutes after takeoff, killing everyone on board. Officials on Thursday retrieved the flight data recorder but are still searching for the second black box, the cockpit voice recorder, which could answer the questions as to why the brand new Boeing 737 MAX 8 crashed.
Ditemukan oleh tim SAR, pingsan. Kita punya dokter, kita tangani dengan dokter. Setelah sadar kita masukkan di chamber untuk dekompresi. Ya, kita punya peralatan itu semua. Setelah itu ternyata Tuhan menghendaki lain. Tetapi sudah banyak temuan-temuan yang besar. Ya, turbin sudah 2 ditemukan. Artinya 2 engine itu sudah ditemukan. Ya. Kemudian kemarin roda yang lain juga sudah terlihat. Informasi, saya walaupun belum lihat gambarnya ini, tetapi dikatakan ada yang sudah melihat body.
Saya mau tidak tanya detail, cuma ada masalah di bawah karena arus deras, karena gelap, begitulah. Ada selentingan karena alatnya. Harusnya kan memang suami saya punya alat pribadi, tapi kemarin itu memang tidak bawa.
The party of Myanmar's embattled head of state Aung San Suu Kyi said Sunday they were defeated in 6 constituencies in a national by-election, showing uneven support for her government after a string of controversies. Suu Kyi and her National League for Democracy swept to power in 2015 in a landslide victory, ending decades of military rule. However, her tenure has been full of stumbles, most notably with ethnic groups involved in peace talks with the military, which has been marred by skirmishes and ongoing civil war in states like Kachin and Shan. The dissatisfaction came through in the results of Saturday's by-election, in which 13 seats in the lower and upper houses of parliament and regional assemblies were up for grabs. NLD spokesman Dr. Myo Newt told media they were on 7 seats and lost in 6 places. 4 of the 6 seats were previously held by NLD candidates. While officials' tallies have not yet been released by the Union Election Commission, preliminary results show the military-aligned Union Solidarity and Development Party had beaten NLD out on 3 seats. In some constituencies, voters went with ethnic political parties, while people in Rakhine State's Yathan Duang Township threw their support behind the son of a prominent politician who has in the past capitalized on ethnic Rakhine Buddhist dissatisfaction with Muslim communities.
Terrorist threat that came to our country a couple of weeks ago.
Join the EBC Family Fun Run, November 18, 2018, at the Ciudad de Victoria Complex, Bulacan. Choose from race categories: 1.062 kilometer, 2.5 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and 9.55 kilometers. Registration is ongoing. For more details, log on to www.eaglenews.ph/EBC Fun Run or call 784-7450, local 1162. You may also visit www.facebook.com/EBC Fun Run. EBC Family Fun Run.
This event is made possible with the participation of the following sponsors: Region, Life's Simple Pleasures; Isuzu, your responsible partner; For Life, together building people; Mr. Gary Escobar; Salon Pass by Hisamitsu Philippines; RY Graphics and Print, and in partnership with Maligaya Development Corporation and Philippine Red Cross.
With gorgeous white sandy beaches that stay cool to touch even on the hottest summer days, blue-green ocean waves, and the warm ocean breeze, there's no wonder why Dr. Beach has named Siesta Key, Florida, the #1 beach in the United States. Don't forget to watch episodes of Digital Next every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I'm Melissa Protest, coming to you from Siesta Key, Florida, and I am one with 25.
Welcome back. The Department of Budget and Management sees foreign direct investments inflows to the Philippines reaching another record high this year, exceeding the $10 billion recorded in 2017. Budget Secretary Benjamin Diokno is bullish that FDI inflow to the Philippines will continue to sustain its growth and surpass the record achieved last year. Year to date, FDI is already up by 52%, Diokno said in a press briefing. Diokno highlighted the FDI growth in the Philippines during his recent visit to Geneva, Switzerland for the 2018 World Investment Forum. He also reported that while global FDI is declining, the Philippines has increased. Average FDI during the time of Aquino was $4.5 billion. Last year, it was $10 billion. Net inflow of FDIs hit a record high of $10.05 billion in 2017 on the back of positive investor sentiment amid the country's sound macroeconomic prospects, according to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP. This was 21.4% higher than $8.28 billion recorded in 2016. Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez earlier said the reforms implemented by the Duterte administration have deepened investors' confidence, as reflected by the rise in foreign investments. For 2018, economic managers have adjusted the country's economic growth target to a range of 6.5 to 6.9%, lower than the previous goal of 7 to 8% amid headwinds in both the global and domestic landscape. Despite this, Dominguez remains confident the Philippine economy is strong and resilient enough to overcome these difficulties, especially with measures in place to ensure sustained economic expansion. Former Sabah Chief Minister Musa Aman was arrested by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission or MACC on Monday, November 5. The MACC said in a statement that it had received consent from the Attorney General's chambers to charge Musa, who was detained at MACC headquarters at 10:05 a.m. The anti-graft agency added Musa will be taken to the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court at 2 p.m. to face the charges. In a Bernama report, it said that Musa was sought by the police to help in investigations connected to a police report made by Sabah's head of state Juhar Mahiruddin over alleged criminal intimidation advertisement. Musa, who is from the Barisan Nasional's largest component party, UMNO, was originally sworn in as the Chief Minister of Sabah on May 10, after the BN coalition secured a simple majority in the state in the general election, enabling him to form the government. However, he lost the simple majority when several UMNO assemblymen jumped ship and supported the then opposition. This made way for Maud Shafi, who heads Party Warisan Sabah, to be sworn in as the Chief Minister on May 12. Musa was then blacklisted from leaving Malaysia but was cited in London in May. Malaysian immigration authorities said there were no records of Musa leaving the country. But Musa broke his silence in June and confirmed that he was in the UK for medical and other personal reasons. He also said in a statement that he had left Malaysia, quote, perfectly lawfully on May 16. Airbus signed a deal with Vietnamese budget airline Vietjet for 15 new planes worth $6.5 billion in Hanoi on Friday during a visit by the French premier to the fast-growing communist nation where the aviation sector is booming. The deal for 50 A321neo Airbus planes was part of the raft of agreements signed between Vietnam and France, one of Hanoi's top European trading partners that is eager to boost investments in the former colony. Vietnamese airlines have been eagerly growing fleets to serve burgeoning passenger numbers, where domestic travels has soared in recent years and international air travel is on the rise. Vietjet also inked a memorandum of understanding worth $5 billion with France's Safran Group for 100 engines and equipment maintenance, the document said. French Prime Minister Philippe said after the signing, these contracts reflect the growing intensity of economic ties between the two countries. Vietjet stormed onto Vietnam's airline sector in 2011 when much of the market was dominated by the national carrier Vietnam Airlines. The country's first budget carrier, owned by Vietnam's only female billionaire Nguyen Thi Phuong Thao, has raised eyebrows with its racy marketing campaigns featuring nearly naked models and by staffing inaugural flights with hostesses wearing bikinis.
C'est un passé commun que nous avons. Un passé parfois tragique, mais un passé commun. Et le regarder en face, le regarder avec ceux qui l'ont construit, c'est aussi se mettre dans les meilleures dispositions pour construire un avenir commun et un avenir confiant. L'année 2018 marque entre nos deux pays des relations politiques d'une intensité jamais observée.
My name is Samantha Suarez, and I'm reporting here from Gainesville, Florida. Behind me is the Florida Museum of Natural History, home to a butterfly rainforest featuring hundreds of butterflies from across the world. Do you know another place that has sites from across the world? Well, check out Digital Nest on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. And I am Juan with 25.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave some love by giving it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe here at ABC Digital Nest so you don't miss any of our upcoming features.
Taus-puso po ang pasasalamat ng Eagle Broadcasting Corporation sa 32nd PMPC Star Awards for Television 2018 sa pagkilala sa mga natatanging programa at talento ng Net25. Letters and Music, Best Musical Variety Show. Homework, Best Children's Show. Sally Lopez, Best Children's Show Host. Sa aming mga tagapanood, salamat po sa inyong walang sawang pagtangkilik. Ang Eagle Broadcasting Corporation ay mananatili sa hangarin nito na handugan kayo ng mga programang may kabuluhan at inyong kagigiliwan. Muli po, salamat sa PMPC Star Awards sa inyong parangal.
How will we keep the prices down?
Pero baka matulungan niyo ako dito. May kaibigan ako, taga-Kapitolyo. Baka kilala niyo ho?
Welcome back. A new report from the Asian Development Bank, or ADB, said that the Philippines and other 3 Southeast Asian countries and newly industrialized economies are expected to provide a boost to developing Asia's trade growth this year. The Asian Economic Integration Report 2018 noted that imports to these economies will be buoyed by robust domestic demand, while exports will benefit from growing intra-regional demand. The ADB report said the People's Republic of China will remain the key driver of developing Asia's trade growth, while economies of Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, as well as Hong Kong, the Republic of Korea, Singapore, and Taipei can also set up growth. This as developing Asia's trade is expected to grow, albeit at a slower pace. The report identified the escalating trade friction between the United States and China as the key risk to the trade volume projection. World trade growth is also expected to slow moderately from 4.7% in 2017 to 4.5% in 2018 as growth eases in some advanced economies, likely to affect exports of emerging and developing economies as well. Meanwhile, the report underscored the importance of regional integration in Asia as a development strategy. The third telco initiative of the Duterte administration is now in full swing. 10 companies are set to join the bidding, while one, the Villar-led Streamtech Systems Technology Incorporated, backed out from the third telco race. Prime Asset Ventures Incorporated Chairman Manuel Paulo Villar did not say the reason for dropping the plan to participate in the bidding, adding the company had instead decided to focus attention on its own expansion plans. Villar's Streamtech, which applied for a telecom franchise in 2017, earlier said it was interested venturing into telecommunication business, initially through fixed broadband services. Duterte earlier set a deadline for the National Telecommunications Commission and the Department of Information and Communications Technology, stressing he would take over if the entry of the third telco would continue to face delays. The Philippines' catastrophic Super Typhoon Haiyan stole almost everything from Juvelin Luana and Joel Aradana, their spouses, children, and homes. But in each other, they found love and the strength to start a new family. The pair were among the survivors media interviewed after the storm and has now followed up on the 5th anniversary of the deadliest recorded typhoon to hit the disaster-prone country. For those who survived the storm, the intervening years have been filled with painful steps forward, but also a determination to not give up despite overwhelming challenges. For Luana, the news that her husband of 13 years and 6 children were killed in the November 8, 2013 disaster pushed her to the brink of suicide. In 2014, she told media that the only reason she did not do it was because she could not find anything tall enough from which to hang herself with a rope scavenged from the rubble. But then she met Aradana, who lost his wife and 2 of his 5 children at a Cash for Work program for survivors and slowly began to heal. Yet every day remains a struggle. The storm wiped out communities and left 1 million families homeless in the central Philippines, including worst-hit Tacloban City, already among the nation's poorest. Aradana is a construction worker, earning less than $10 a day, while Luana looks after their children. They live in housing built by a charity group away from their homes in the danger zone, but near a foul-smelling garbage dump where they struggle to get clean drinking water.
Kahit anong bagyo pa, kahit ilang bagyo pang dumaan sa amin, hopeful pa rin kami. Kasi patuloy ang buhay. Kahit bagyuhin man tayo, kahit ano pa, hindi naman tumitigil yung buhay natin hanggang buhay pa tayo.
Ayoko na makita dun. Naalala ko yung bagyong Yolanda eh. Siyempre parang meron na din akong pag nakarinig ako ng ulan, ganun, parang may trauma, konti. Parang ayaw ko nang bumalik doon.
And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Maricar Velasco and I am 1 with 25.